Well, here it is. This is where it all started.
Everything is just changing so quickly. By the time one system, one program is done, there's another one already trying to take its place.
The market has come alive as far as people looking for the wholesale and certainly below wholesale deals.
Everybody knows what happened towards the end of the last decade. The big real estate crash came and a lot of people were affected by that.
Robert Kiyosaki with Rich Dad Poor Dad filed bankruptcy. Donald Trump's university fell. Why is that? Because things are changing. And if you evolve and have an adapted business model, you're going to be able to benefit from all the changes.
There's so much competition out there right now that sourcing the deals whereby the numbers are really comfortable is proving one of the biggest challenges.
We brought you the people that want your property, and all we want to do is just make that connection easy for you so you're able to monetize on that and actually do it from the telephone.
You know, you don't have to go to 20, 30 different websites to manage one property. You know, you can do everything in the entire process of that property, everything from your due diligence all the way to closing, you can do right there in Connect Investors 3.0.
We've made this fun. We've made this easy. It's app-driven and game-changing because this is going to make sure that you survive and thrive as a real estate investor in the new era. It's now available with Connected Investors 3.0.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the call. This is Jeff Adams. I'm going to be your host. Over the past 6 months, the real estate investing industry has been changing and evolved into something new. To ensure you are able to profit from all the change that now exists, I'd like to introduce my great friend, Ross Hamilton. Now, Ross has been investing in real estate since he was 19 years old and was one of the early adopters of virtual real estate investing. For years, Ross traveled all around the globe while building up his real estate empire. Ross has really done it all, from residential to commercial to buying notes. He's even developed land. Not only has Ross been successful in real estate, his passion for innovation has made Ross a very influential name in the tech world as well, and he has raised millions of dollars for technology companies. Ross is the founder and CEO of the world's largest network of real estate investors. In 2011, he was nominated by Entrepreneur Magazine as Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year. But all that pales in comparison to what he will be sharing with you on this call. Not only have I personally known Ross for over 7 years, I've been a huge fan of what he's been working on and excited to share it with you all. Ross, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here on this call.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm really excited to be here, and I've learned a ton from you over the years, so it's really exciting to be talking to your members and your students.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Ross, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself out. I might jump in from time to time, but go ahead and take it away.
Let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot to cover.
Sounds good.
I am so excited to share some of the new advancements in the real estate investing industry that are really reshaping the landscape, and you'll see that in just a moment. Over the next hour, you're going to discover how to survive and thrive in the new fast-moving era of real estate investing. But before we get into it, let me start out by telling you what this presentation is going to be and what it's not going to be. Then I'll quickly explain who this webinar is for and who shouldn't be here. This presentation is insights into what happened and what's happening in the wake of the biggest real estate crash the world has ever seen. More importantly, this presentation will ensure anyone currently building wealth or trying to make their first dollar as a real estate investor will put themselves in the path of progress. This presentation will ensure you're equipped to profit and retire off your efforts, while many other real estate investors and the slow-moving titans of the past will be boarding up their doors. And really, this presentation is for people who believe in the future and are not stuck in the old ways. So before I start, I have to ask you this question. Have you seen the change? Have you seen the change? If you have, go ahead and put it in the webinar box right now. I want you to get used to using the webinar box and the question box. This way we can interact throughout this webinar. So the revolution happening right now is like nothing we've ever seen before. But before we can plan for the future, we have to understand the past. We all lived through the pain of the global real estate correction that nearly crippled America. The ripple effect was felt all across the world, and no one was immune. Do any of you know anyone who was hit really hard when real estate crashed? I know a lot of really good people who had to really rethink their lives after the real estate crash. One of those people was actually my first mentor. The individual who helped guide me to millions was having a hard time. I mean, he's just a really smart individual. The developers I knew were spending countless hours in court. Every mortgage broker I knew went broke. And being a real estate investor, you know a lot of mortgage brokers, so it was really tough for me to see a lot of my friends and people I looked up to going through a really hard time. The real estate agents I knew were scaling down fast. I don't know if you saw this, but Donald Trump's real estate university went under. And ironically enough, the individual who helped guide me to real estate, Robert Kiyosaki, filed bankruptcy. Did you folks see this? Did you guys see this? Rich Dad, Poor Dad had to file for bankruptcy. If you saw this, go ahead and put it in the webinar box. It's crazy. Why is this? You have to think, why are all these smart people struggling? Because things have changed. And old information and systems are not only worthless, but they're dangerous. Let's talk about the aftermath. Let's talk about what's happening right now, because this is a really exciting time. And you made it to this call for a reason. There is a real estate boom happening right now in so many niches. I'm watching so many of my students and my partners become real estate millionaires right now. And part of that has to do with 3 new, not 1, not 2, but 3 new multi-billion-dollar industries have emerged. I'm going to show you how to profit from these in a second. And I love this right here. Real estate processes have been streamlined. Processes that have caused a lot of real estate investors in the past, these processes were almost like roadblocks for people. Now they're just able to bust right through them because with new technologies, they're completely and totally streamlined. And what's happening right now is there's a large amount of liquidity in the market right now. And what does liquidity mean? What does liquidity mean in the real estate market? Let's go and throw your guess in the webinar box. Liquidity equals faster profits for the well-informed investors such as yourself. And that's what we're here to talk about today. So let's go ahead and outline exactly what we're going to go over here. During this call, you're going to discover how you can profit off the 3 new multi-billion-dollar real estate industries without any prior experience. If you're new, get excited, because right now is the best time to get into real estate, because a lot of the old ways of doing things are just slowing people down. And if you've been in real estate for a while, this is going to be really important for you to slightly pivot here, and you'll see the profits that you want and deserve. Also, the 5 key strategies to generate real estate riches today. I'll say that again. Generate real estate riches today using none of your own cash or credit. Here's the reality. I know you've seen this statement before, this using none of your own cash or credit, but it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or you're just getting started. You should never use your own money. Be very, very careful when you're using your own money. And with the strategies we're going to go over, you're going to make sure you keep that money in your pocket while you're still making just as much money as if you pulled the money out of your pocket. You guys like that? Because I know I like that. And we're also going to go over the 6 new tech breakthroughs that make every aspect of real estate investing easier, faster, and more profitable. And I probably should have put this on the slide here. Guys, this is also going to allow you to buy and sell real estate in any area across the United States. Let's face it, geography is meaning less and less, and the numbers are meaning more and more. You'll see how this all unfolds here in the next few slides. All right, I promise that during this presentation, you're going to be able to find deals directly from your phone. You're going to be able to figure out all the numbers directly from your phone. You're going to be able to fund deals directly from your phone, and you're going to be able to flip deals directly from your mobile phone. And when I say from your phone, I also mean from your desktop, from your iPad. What it means is anywhere you can hook up to the internet, you can start making money as a real estate investor now. That's really important, because how often are you sitting down at your desk? Right? Not very often. You're out and about. All your eyeballs are always on your phone. So now instead of playing, Angry Birds or Words with Friends, you can actually make money directly from your phone. Now, I will warn you that what I'm about to share with you is very addictive, even more addictive than Angry Birds. But the good thing is it puts money in your pocket, right? Let's talk about all these revolutions and how you can really profit from them. So, real estate has collided with 3 other juggernaut industries, and the result is nothing short of a revolution. Let's go ahead and talk about the first revolution here, and it's technology. This is a new billion-dollar industry. Technology is changing real estate so fast that real estate investors who don't embrace this change will be out of business in the next 12 and 18 months. They just won't be able to compete. They won't be able to compete if you don't have certain technologies. right? So please, please, please make it a personal mandate not to stick your head in the sand when it comes to technology. Technology has finally reached a level of simplicity to where it's easy and it's fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the breakthroughs here. Look at this, guys. This was back in 2012, so it's been a while ago now, but the benefits to you are just starting to be seen right now. Real estate tech startups raised over $700 million since 2012. That was up over 500% in 2014, and it continues to rise. The result is streamlined real estate transactions, streamlining the friction, the frustration, the things that slow people down. And this is really exciting because a good amount of this money was invested into the platform that you're going to see here in just the next few moments. Also, look at this, guys. Some of the biggest IPOs have been real estate based because real estate is ripe for a rehab. Real estate needs to be rehabbed, and it's happening. Look at this. Zillow bought Trulia for $3.5 billion. You guys remember that? Remember when I woke up that morning, my phone went off, and the first text that I got from the gentleman who helps me run my company was this headline right here, because we know a lot of the people over there at Trulia. So $3.5 billion. That's a billion. That's huge. Look at this right here. PayPal vet Keith Rebellos, who, by the way, was also the chief operating officer of LinkedIn. So he's the guy who ran LinkedIn and PayPal. You guys know who LinkedIn and PayPal are? Pretty big companies, right? Look at this. He has a startup in the real estate niche. This is absolutely huge. I actually sat down with their team, and what they're doing is really, really cool and plugs into what I'm going to show you here in just the next few moments. So what does this all mean? It means faster real estate profits. It means there's a lot of really smart people getting involved in real estate so it can become a more liquid industry. Right? After every big crash, there's always something awesome that emerges from the ashes, and you're going to see that here in the next few moments. So it's important that you understand the grave implications of the next factor of the real estate revolution, because the actual genetic code that has defined the real estate market for a century has been artificially altered, and the real estate investors who overlook this new reality are doomed. Let me go ahead and show you this. You'd have to be living under a rock not to see the money pouring into real estate from the big funds. Look at this article from Forbes. Nearly 50% of all home sales now cash as institutional investor activity hits a new high. The only reason there'll be any slowdown at all from these big buyers is because they can't find deals fast enough. That's where you come in. That's something I'm going to show you here in the next few slides. So let's move on here. This is really, really exciting. And the third revolution is you, the crowd. That's right. New and experienced investors like you are connecting and forming investment groups, working together to leverage new technologies and systems that were never before available to share and collaborate on deals. And due to the Jobs Act passing, you can now legally solicit for funding online. As a matter of fact, the first 10 months of the Jobs Act passing, $1.25 billion was raised. That's $1 billion was raised in 10 months, the second this law passed. Have you benefited from that yet? You're about to here in a second. Look at this right here. CFO Wise pointed out that real estate crowdfunding would be the next $300 billion industry. I can't wait to do a presentation on this in the future when we're talking about $300 billion rather than just $1.25 billion, right? This company right here, TRN, Times Realty News, basically pinpointed real estate crowdfunding as $1 trillion industry. $1 trillion. This is huge, and I'm so excited to be showing you how this all ties into you and profits in your real estate business. Because for those of you who are connected to the right investors and can read between the lines and see what's clearly happening, you will look back at right now as a major turning point in your financial life. A major turning point in your financial life. Today marks that moment, right? Let's go ahead and read between some of these lines. Let's go ahead and recap what's kind of happened here. 3 separate billion-dollar industries pop up overnight with no signs of slowing down. 50% of homes bought are bought by institutional buyers who are trying to take the food off your plate because they can move faster, they're well connected, and they're using technologies that were never before available. It's really important you understand that, but we're going to catch you up to these guys real shortly. Warren Buffett buys a realty company. You guys know who Warren Buffett is, right? He jumps into real estate to help revolutionize, to help rehab real estate. Zillow buys Trulia for a mere $3.5 billion. Bank inventory dries up. Ugh. This hurt a lot of real estate investors back in the day. Right after the little crash, everyone started going after the bank inventory. Now they can't find deals. Profit margins are slimming. But we're going to get that solved for you here shortly. Trump's University falls and Rich Dad files bankruptcy. I mean, that is just a sign of the times, guys. That is a sign of the times that the old ways simply do not work, and they are dangerous. Investors unite, and billions are raised through the crowd. This gives you a huge opportunity. And the CEO of LendingTree, and you guys know who LendingTree? And you guys ever seen the LendingTree commercials? They got the green puppet kind of dancing around saying, hey, when banks compete, you win. I'm going to get you the lowest rate on a mortgage. You guys seen that? Well, the CEO of LendingTree invests in us. The CEO of a publicly traded company invested in the platform you're about to have access to. You see all these smart minds coming together? This is huge, and everyone can now see the change, which is exactly why the CEO of LendingTree got involved with us, putting himself in the path of progress, bringing everyone else into the new era of real estate investing. Those who fail to understand the change, you're not only going to miss out on the profits, but you're going to perish because you're going to be on one side or the other during the biggest wealth transfer in the history of real estate, and we're going to make sure that you're on the right side. So why should you listen to me? Now, most people watching this presentation already know who I am or are familiar with my story. You might have seen me in Entrepreneur Magazine when they nominated me for Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year. I have a team of the brightest people in the industry working toward uniting the real estate industry and pushing innovation forward. In 2005, I founded what has grown into the world's largest network of real estate investors. And if you can see here, this is a shot of our office. Our office is Google-like. We created software that runs thousands of real estate investors' businesses. My team is now building software for Wall Street firms and the big real estate funds. I've published dozens of articles, books, been published in the Wall Street Journal and Entrepreneur Magazine. And why am I telling you all this? Not to brag, but rather to get your undivided attention. Why is that? Because I know how bad you need this information. Whether you know it or not, here's the deal. The scales have tipped back in our favor. And if you're looking the wrong way or using outdated tactics or software, you're going to miss it. So let's go ahead and talk about what's happening right now. And guys, since I started from the bottom, since I started from the dumps, I understand the challenges that new and even experienced investors face. So let's briefly talk about some of the common myths. So what I want you to do here is in the chat box, let me know which of these thoughts have popped into your head. I want you to go ahead and read these while I take a sip of my water. Which of these have ever popped in your head? I hear a lot of investors say, I can't get funding. People think, I can't find good deals. And you're right. If you're using old tactics or software, you can't compete. They say, I can't sell the deals I find. I don't have the time. If you're brand new, you might think, I can't possibly compete with experienced investors. I hear people say, I have to know everything before I get started. And also people say I have to be a techie to use these new innovations. And then I also have people say my old course or software is good enough. So guys, in the next 30 minutes here, we're going to show you how to get funding, how to find deals, how to sell them fast, how to do everything in no time, how to make sure you can compete with these experienced investors. And in a second, the next slide, we're going to go ahead and cover having to know everything before you get started. But what I want to point out is this right here. I have to be a techie, right? Like you're looking at a picture of me. Here I am, right? I'm in my suit, right? You might think that I'm some techie, right? I am not a techie. I am a real estate realist who understands that I need to have the latest technological advances at my fingertips, but I don't really have to be a techie, right? So everything we're going to show you here is going to be really streamlined. And I also want to point this one out right here. I'm actually going to draw on the screen a little bit. My old course or software is good enough, right? Back in the day, technology and software was good for a while. Just like back in the day, certain softwares were good for a while. Now you have to constantly be evolving. It's kind of like you're trying to walk up a down escalator, right? And the second you stop, you start moving backwards. Can you guys picture what I'm talking about there? That's how it is in the real estate space, and I understand your frustration. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. All of these are fixed here. Guys, it's fixed here because of new automation tools that take you out of the equation. Why do you think the CEO of a publicly traded company came on board to support what I'm about to show you? Because all of this gets fixed right here. Let me go ahead and show you how we get this fixed. It's finally here. The only real estate platform in existence that's built for the post-recession real estate era, taking into account the new realities. But let me stop here for a second. You guys see this slide? It's pretty, isn't it? Right? You see all this stuff? You see all this stuff here? You're like, wow, look at all this stuff. I want to point out that this platform is world class. But do you have to learn all this stuff? No. No, you don't have to learn all this stuff. That's the beauty of it. It's in the software you're going to have access to. Do you have to learn? Of course you have to learn. Things are changing. And we have the most unique, proven way there is to learn. I'm not going to cover that right now, but I will in detail in a bit. You're going to have all of this stuff. All this value is there, meaning the value is in you, all in the palm of your hand. More on that later. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm really excited here to break this all down for you. So I keep talking about what makes this very unique and disruptive. We've been in the game for over a decade now, and we're able to realize that no one company, person, or system could possibly provide you with everything you need to succeed in real estate. Think about it. Even the giants like Apple and Google, they have what's called an open source platform that allows outside developers to build applications that make their platforms better and keep them relevant no matter what the trend. That's why we made the first and only open source real estate based platform in the world that allows outside developers, even other gurus that have softwares that you might be familiar with, to actually build their apps on our powerful platform, resulting in what you've always wanted. Are you starting to see why this is such a big deal? It's bigger than us. I can't wait to show you the next slide, but before I do, I just want to point on this. Number one, it's open source. So what we're going to show you always evolves. It's built for the new realities, and it's built from the ground up like Apple or Android. And this, we posted a video the other day, and I love this comment. If you're on the line, please comment in the webinar box. We posted a video about showing our new platform. And it says, this video is so true, it really struck a chord with me about how you buy one system or some education to propel yourself forward, and then you find out you're lagging behind and the competition is already ahead of you, and your new thing that you learned is already on the way out. And you guys ever felt this before? Go ahead and put it in the webinar box. But this is solved here. It's solved with the open source platform. You're always going to be ahead. And if you don't have this, you're always going to be behind. You get to choose. So let me go ahead and show you how this works. Need funding? There's an app for that. Need off-market deals? There's an app for that. Need to quick flip a property? There's an app for that. Need to find investors in any location? There's an app for that. Listen to this one, guys. Do you need an expert to go to a property, to get in their car and drive to a property and put a value on it? What I want you to do is say it with me. There's an app for that. And we're going to show you these apps here in a second and more, and how they're going to solve nearly every frustration you have. They're going to get you started faster, and it's going to get you to where you want to be and where you deserve to be. So let's go ahead and jump right into it right now. This is Steps to Real Estate Riches today. Steps to Real Estate Riches today. This is going to pull it all together. Make sure this presentation is full screen. You have a notepad out. I'm going to take another sip of my water while you guys are doing that. Okay. Good, good, good. So let's go over the steps we're going to go over. Step one is the fast prep, the know-how. We got to get you up to speed. And remember, we have the most revolutionary way ever to get you up to speed. We get you hands-on while you're learning. We're going to show you how to find your deals with systems. Figure it. We're going to show you how to figure out all the details of any deal that comes across your plate, residential or commercial, using people, not systems. You'll see why in a second. Fund it. Every now and then you got to fund a deal, and we're going to show you how to do this with some amazing advantages that did not exist even 6 months ago. and then most importantly, flip it. We're going to show you how to do this using the most revolutionary market ever created. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Your first step is the know-how. And we're really going to focus on finding deals. Because if you can't find deals, you're as good as dead. And no one on my watch is going to be dying. All right? So we're going to focus on how to find deals, the most profitable deals in every market. And remember, guys, geography is meaning less and less. Numbers are meaning more and more. So you can do everything I'm going to show you here in different markets, which is really, really nice. Okay, the know-how. First and foremost, I want to make sure that you stop looking on the MLS for deals or REO properties. Stop that right now. And here's why. The MLS has too much competition. Every time someone's like, I want to be a real estate investor, what do? They start bidding on REO properties because it's easy, right? It's obvious. They don't have the advantages that you're about to have here. And that worked really well for a while. And if you're doing this and having success with it, you might be in one of those weird markets where it still actually works. But over time, this is fading out. So now's the time to take some action. And here's why. Banks are no longer eager to sell. This is basic economics, supply and demand. The demand is through the roof and the supply is going down. If you don't have funds, you can't even make offers on a lot of these REO properties. They're doing a really good job at weeding people out, and it really hurts a lot of investors who are just getting started. And it can even hurt experienced investors who have their money out in a lot of places. Again, which is why you're not supposed to use your own money when you do real estate deals, like I mentioned in the beginning of the call. Another thing here, there's no creative deal-making opportunities. I mean, I made my first million being very creative. I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing. And take a look at this article. Millionaires see real estate as top investment. All this means is more people are flooding into real estate, and they're doing it the obvious way. They're placing offers on REO properties, or they're bidding down at the courthouse, which means prices are going to go up and up, deals are going to get slimmer and slimmer, retail buyers are coming and playing in your space, so it makes it really tough to move. To be honest, I mean, bidding on properties and buying REOs, that's so 2010, right? 2011. So let's move forward. This is the new era of real estate investing. So the know-how. We're going to go over a lot here, but we're going to start with understanding your market. The 9 proven ways to find and flip off-market properties is outlined in our program, and I would love to go over each strategy with you on this call, but we'll have to save that for a future call. What I can show you now is the actual foundation of all deal finding and how it starts with dominating your market. All right, take that notepad out. We're going to go over some really, really important stuff really, really fast here. Understand your local market. First things first, you have to find the most active local real estate investors. Then you have to set up meetings with these investors. Then you have to dig into what they're doing. Then you have to stay in contact with them weekly or monthly. Then you have to constantly research and connect with cash buyers by pulling MLS data feeds. Then you have to keep an eye on local trends to identify the opportunities. Then you have to sign up to and monitor dozens of real estate forums. Then you have to set up and manage Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter accounts. You have to consolidate all the data into something meaningful. And finally, after 6 months of work, you have to implement. That's too much, right? There's a lot of stuff there. I didn't want you to write that down. This is why so many real estate investors fall off. There's a lot of stuff here. Now, this will equal profits, right? And back in the day, before these new innovations, I used to teach how to do all of this. But the reality is each and every one of these line items is a week of training. Scripts, cold calls, job descriptions for virtual assistants, countless emails, rejection, frustration. That feeling you get when you can't focus on anything because you're trying to focus on everything. You guys don't want another course or a script or an employee. You want to see results with the push of a button. That's why there's an app for that. Say it with me. There's an app for that. I smile every time I say that. Let's go ahead and take a look at how you get the same results in less time. And you can dominate any market. This is huge. What I'm about to show you gives new investors an instant advantage and allows experienced investors to dominate many markets in half the time. Inside the system, you're going to have access to at the end of this call. You simply select and subscribe to your location of interest. And instantly, you'll know everything happening in that area, the areas that matter to you. A lot of the big funds use this to actually see which markets they want to go into. Now, you're going to have the same advantage. And guys, let me just point out one thing here. This takes you out of the success equation. And when I say this takes you out of the equation, all that really means is that it happens without you doing a lot of work. So that's really nice. It takes you out of the equation. So you can live your life, do what you're doing, and still get the same results as if you were doing all that hard work. So you subscribe to an area, and instantly you can see all the deals in the area. You can see all the investors in the area. You can see all the groups in the area, the syndicates to where you can get together and invest. And you can see all the buyers in the area. Let me go ahead and show you the results of this. This is a result of using the platform that I'm showing you right now. Now there's a video of this. I'll send you guys the video if you want it. This is me sitting down with an attorney when I closed a deal that netted me $156,721.78. I did this by dominating my market, but I did it the smart, fast, and efficient way. Try to say I just made $156,000 without smiling. It's really hard to do. And no matter how much money you have, $156,000 will change your life. This changed my life. This allowed me to do a lot of great things for the people that I love. This allowed me to invest in a lot of great things. This was a game changer for me, and that's what we're here to show you. Right? So now you know how to dominate your market. Let's get into the second step, finding it. We're going to show you how to turn on automated deal finding systems. This is all about using systems to automatically find the properties you want. Find the properties you need to make your business work. And this is going to happen with Equity Direct. Now again, sourcing your own properties is important. But for those of you eager to get in on a deal like now, we've made it easier than ever with Equity Direct. What is Equity Direct? What does it do? Well, it allows you to instantly find properties in need of repair. This way you can quickly flip them to cash buyers, or you can buy and fix them up yourself. It allows you to locate properties that generate instant cash flow. Everything I do in life points to this word right here, right? This is like, if my wife would let me, I'd name my first son Cash Flow, right? Because everything in life is about cash flow, to me anyway. It should be for you too. Once I have cash flow, then I can relax, right? And Equity Direct allows you to instantly locate properties that generate instant cash flow. It allows you to pinpoint properties with hidden equity. Ooh, hidden equity, what does that mean? It means all of those millionaires who are flooding into real estate aren't going to find them. It means there's not as much competition. It's deals that with a little bit of knowledge you can tweak and make a lot of money. For instance, one of the individuals I'll show you here shortly, he buys houses that also have lots attached. So he buys a house and a lot. He fixes up the house, he sells it, he keeps the lot. That's a hidden equity play. Another guy on the line here I'll show you rezones properties and makes a ton of money. That's hidden equity. And you can also see investment properties with seller financing. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to get the money, because now you're going to be able to see investment properties that come with seller financing. Some seller financing is 100%. So you can get into an investment property with seller financing. That's nice. It allows you to find the deals you need to make your business work. I mean, these are the properties you want, right? And that's what this app does. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So you're going to have access to this, and you'll see here at the bottom, you can hit a little drop down, and you can search and sort for properties with sweat equity. I did this right before the call. Let's go ahead and see the results. Okay, let's go ahead and see some of these properties right here. So if you look at this property right here, needs work, had fire damage, $7,000. So they're selling this for $7,500. And with $750 down, they'll take payment. So great. So who here on the line has $750? Put it in the webinar box. If you do, you can get into this deal. There's 11 people looking at it right now, so you better move. Here's look, flexible financing terms. Here's another example of deals with seller financing. And this is multifamily, right? A multifamily deal for $40,000. This has 181 views, so this one will probably be gone pretty quick. This one right here, single family, $29,900. You guys see that? Great fixer-upper. Where is this one? This one's in North Carolina. I buy in this area, so I'm probably going to watch this one myself. And then you see you can scroll down. There's some huge multifamily apartment complexes. Remember, guys, this works for commercial and residential as well. So again, guys, sourcing your own properties is important. But for those of you who just want deals deposited directly into your phone So when you're out and about, you get a little beep and you see a deal, I mean, we got it here for you. Again, that's why people like the CEO of publicly traded companies get involved with this company. It's groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking because it's open source too, guys. Because this constantly evolves and gets better and better and better over time. Okay, you guys like that? I love it. I've made tons of investments using this app. You'll see why I'm even opening this up to you in the next few slides here. So now let's talk about cherry picking. Does anyone on the line know what cherry picking is? Put it in the webinar box. It's another great way to get deals, right? And that's when you go direct to a high volume property seller. You go direct to these high volume property sellers like an asset manager of a bank, someone who manages a portfolio, or people who buy bulk note packages, or lenders sometimes have deals you can cherry pick. I just gave you guys some golden nuggets here, right? So you probably write those down. And it's been one of the best ways ever for me to get deals. Establish relationships with these asset managers, and I just look through their whole portfolio and I pick out the ones they want. I go, boop, I like that deal, I'll take that one, thank you. I know someone who would like this deal. Let me get this one under contract, sell it to this guy. It's really an unfair advantage. To be completely and totally frank, it's a huge unfair advantage that the big property buyers have, that the hedge funds have, that you don't. But remember, we're here to level the playing field and give you the same advantages. So if you want to cherry pick deals, here's what you have to do. You have to establish relationships with asset managers. So maybe you go to your local bank. Imagine that, walking into your bank, saying, hey, I'd like to speak with your asset manager. It's tough. It sucks. Luckily for me, the asset manager of my local bank lives in my neighborhood. And we saw him at a little backyard barbecue, and that's how I got in the door with him. Right? It's an unfair advantage. You can go to your local banks. You can reach out to them on LinkedIn. I've had some mild success with this, but I've had to hire someone to go through and do this, and it's really time-consuming. It's really, really time-consuming. Remember, we're about allowing you to work less and earn more. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's a lot of work, but thankfully there's an app for that. And to be honest, guys, these asset managers are trained to vet you. The first two questions they'll ask you will throw you for a loop. They know if you don't actually have the money, they're not even going to talk to you. Right? Why would they talk to you, right? When they can go direct to these big buyers or sell their deals to a buddy they know at their backyard barbecue, right? It's an unfair advantage, but thankfully there's an app for that. So you don't have to go through all this hard work. I'm going to show you this in the next few slides, but I wanted to point it out here because this is one of the 3 best ways that we found to find deals, right? Here you go. This is your app. It allows you to go right to the tree, boop, grab the deals you like. And you know what? You're going to see some cartoon images here, guys. We actually have a full-time cartoonist on staff at our company. You'll see why shortly, but we have some really cool images here to show you. Again, we're still talking about finding it, so finding deals on autopilots. Yes, we're going to serve you deals on a silver platter. Yes, you'll be able to connect with asset managers and buy their deals. But I want to make sure that you can source your own deals. Because that's going to make sure that you can survive and thrive in today's world. Here's another one of those cartoon images. And the reason I put this in here is because of that analogy. You can give a man a fish and he eats for a night, or you can teach him how to fish and he eats his entire life. I'm going to go ahead and give you a fish here at the end of the call. All right, I'll give you a bunch of fish. But I want to make sure that you can source your own deals. This way you can set up the type of life that you want, with or without me, right? With or without what we have going on. I want you to be independent so you can have that feeling of security, right? So let me show you how to generate these leads on your own. So finding deals on autopilot. First off, again, we're talking about foundation stuff here, right? To generate real estate leads, you have to have automated systems that find and organize leads for you 24/7. This is the foundation of your business and allows you to prosper. And we've tried every system out here. Here, take a look at this. This is an image of a Deal Insight software, right, that we're going to go ahead and make sure you have access to. We've tried every system out there, and we've never been happy with the results. And let me just go ahead and I want to clear something up right now. Many of the companies that have developed the old systems out there for automated deal finding, they're great companies. They are fantastic companies. I know a lot of the CEOs, they had a fantastic product, and it's not their fault that their product's not better. Where they messed up is they didn't develop their systems in a way to allow them to evolve like ours, right? We're open source, so ours constantly evolves. It's easy to make changes. It's very inexpensive for us because we have an open source platform. It's not just our developers doing it. It's actually even their developers doing it, and outside developers, and you guys doing it, who are making the systems better. So it's not their fault that their platforms don't work. It's just built on the old way of doing things. It's very hard and expensive and time-consuming for any of these other companies to make changes that don't break everything. So what we do with Deal Insight is we brought the brightest minds together to create this Deal Insight software to solve these problems once and for all. Hey, Jeff, do you want to see Deal Insight?
Yeah, I'm dying to see it.
All right, let's go ahead and pull it up. Lean into your screen here because I'm going to show you this brand new platform. This is the inside of your new platform that's really going to run your business. Let's go and take a look at it. So here are the websites. You'll see these are big, beautiful websites, and the webinar might be a little bit choppy, but trust me, these websites are smooth, better than anything else that's out there. And you'll see here, since mobile traffic now accounts for 37% of all traffic and 60% of all traffic when browsing from home, which is important. Look at this right here. We made it so our sites are fully mobile friendly. I mean, this is just really nice. People can do everything directly from their phone. You can actually even update and create your websites directly from your cell phone. I've actually been outside someone's house and I've actually created a website for their specific situation in like 5 seconds. Guys, to create a website, all you have to do is hit this Create Website button, and I know sometimes people say it takes 5 clicks to do, and they're exaggerating. It takes 5 clicks to create your website now. It's just click, click, you're up and running. It's that fast. It's published. It's SEO friendly, all that fun stuff. It's done for you. So the first thing I wanted to make sure that you had access to, because you're going to need it, is a lot of different designs for your website to handle everything from buying properties to selling properties. So you can simply just click this change button right here, and you can sort through all these different designs. Right? A lot of really great designs here. Dozens and soon to be hundreds of designs for you to choose from. And we wanted analytics tied into our platform. We had to have analytics because I don't want you guys to have to be web developers. I want you just to use what works. So what we did is you can actually sort all the designs by highest conversion. So this is the best converting template that we have right now. But in 2 or 3 weeks, it might not be. We'll have new templates. We'll have new data. We aggregate all of the data from across the platform and give you exactly what you need. So I'm going to change my design to this design. Here you go. Bam. Now I changed this design. See how easy that was? And you guys, of course, all of my leads are coming in here. All of my messages are coming in here. I have all my stats. See, I have an 85% conversion rate on this website. See this right here? So that means 85% of people that go to my website are filling out the lead capture forms. So that's working really well for me. So I'm going to keep running that campaign, right? These decisions are done for you. It takes you out of the equation. And then, honestly, guys, videos convert higher than anything. Videos convert higher than anything. And the best converting videos that we've ever found across the board are the hand-drawn cartoon videos. So check this out. You can hit the Add Video app. You guys see this right here? Here's a video for finding private lenders. Here's one for finding asset managers. Here's one for finding institutional buyers. Here's one for finding short sales, for finding property locators so you can scale out your business, for finding cash buyers, for finding properties to list if you're a real estate agent, for finding lease option tenants. I mean, it's all here, guys. I'm just going to add this one, Find Motivated Sellers. You see how I did that click? And I have this design. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now look at this. I have an awesome hand-drawn video in the center of my site. And it might be a little choppy on the webinar, but it is smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and test you guys here. Is it hard to look away from that video, or is it just me? These videos are captivating. It doesn't matter if you're a 70-year-old man or a 7-year-old girl. You can't look away from these different videos, and they're all done for you. These things are very, very, very expensive to get done. That's why we have the cartoonist on staff, right? And we constantly make new videos for you, right? That's huge. And guys, as social media, let me pull this back up. As social media gets more and more popular, we wanted to have our websites published everywhere. We wanted them on a phone. We wanted them on an iPad. We wanted them on desktops. And we also wanted them on Facebook, because that's where everybody's eyes are. When they're on their phone, guess where they are? They're probably on Facebook, right? So look at this. Now you can put your websites directly inside Facebook. How nice is that? And as you update your website through your platform, it automatically updates on Facebook. It's done for you. You don't have to think about it. Guys, that's all the time we have for the demo right there, but it does absolutely everything. And remember, because it's open source, anything that comes up in the future and needs to do will be there. It will be there. So in addition, we want to scale out our team. We want to be able to give our team members their own websites. So we can give our team members our own websites. So if you have property locators, you can give them their own website. And also, something else I didn't have time to show you is you can actually see who's looking at your properties. You have websites for buying properties, websites for selling properties. So if someone looks at your property, even if they don't fill out a form, you still get their contact info. It's huge. Stuff like this wasn't available even a few months ago. That's called CII. We're going to make sure you have that. CII. It's the all-seeing eye. It's amazing. So guys, this is huge because you get to create unlimited sites. It's also plugged into the world's largest network of buyers. So when you upload properties, bam, it's done for you. Open source, so this thing continually updates for you. And we're doing something really special here. This is going to be free at the end of the call. So hang on, because you need this. If you don't have it, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage. And I don't want anyone I know to be at a disadvantage. Here's Dave Zargami in Sarasota, Florida, who uses Deal Insight. Look at his son there. That was a good day, man. That was a good day hanging out with your kids. It says, I quit my job. Let me repeat. I quit my job. That's huge. And I'm now in real estate full time. That's the power of this system. That's the power of the Deal Insight platform. Let's see what you have to say. A few short weeks after setting up my Deal Insight system, an individual who inherited a property found me online and filled out the lead capture form. You see that? Found me online. He was out with his son, and they found him. We flipped the property, and I had the confidence to quit my job and get into real estate full time. Congratulations, David. That is huge. That's the power of this. But guys, guess what? Guess who the biggest benefactor of this system is? Yes, you're going to have more money in your bank account, but it's this guy right here. It's him. He gets his dad back, right? That's the biggest benefactor. If you didn't have Deal Insight, they might not have ever had this picture together. Actually, I know they wouldn't have had this picture together. That's huge, guys. That's huge. Let's move on. Yep. Oh, sorry. Here's his check. I got so excited here. He made $31,000. So would $31,000 give you enough confidence to quit your job and say, you know what, I'm doing this full time. I got 6 months of money saved up. I'm gonna make this happen. That's what I did. That's what Dave did. All right. Now things are about to get crazy here. Things are about to get crazy. This is really the missing piece of the puzzle. And here's the reality. At the end of this call, you're going to turn on your Deal Insight system, and you're going to be generating leads automatically 24/7. So when a lead pops into your inbox, what do you do? What do you do? Do you get scared? Oh no, I got a deal. What do I do now? I used to get scared when a deal came into my inbox. I knew it was an opportunity to make a lot of money, but I would just get scared because I didn't know how to put a value on it. And we tried to create automated deal valuation software, and we had the best people do it. We had a good budget, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it to the accuracy I wanted for investment properties. You guys have Zillow and Trulia. Well, they're the same company now, right? You have those companies out there that give you some sort of an idea, but you can't trust those. You are right in thinking that you can't trust those. So what do you do when you find a deal? Here's what you do. You stop everything. No matter how busy you are, you have to stop everything to try to figure out what the deal is. You figure out all the property data, right? You find similar properties that have sold. You look up the total number of active listings and sales. You research the area, maybe even talk to the neighbors. The list goes on and on. It goes on and on. And I'm sorry, guys. In the past, I've spent hours teaching investors how to put values on properties, but it's just not a good use of your time anymore. Not with the new advancements. And at the end of the day, you're never going to know what a property is worth or the repairs necessary until an educated person, an experienced person, goes to the property. And if you're just starting or trying to scale in a new market, I'm going to say that again, if you're just starting or you want to grow into new markets, not understanding what a property is worth will either cripple you to where you're not making decisions, paralysis by analysis, or bankrupt you if you're the type of guy who just kind of pulls the trigger real fast. Oh yeah, let's do it. We'll figure it out later. Either way, you need a fast way to get accurate values on a property. And this scares the heck out of so many people that are just starting, and rightfully so. So what if you had a way not to guess, but to know what the value of a property was? What if you can do it all by pushing one button? Would that allow you to move faster? Would that give you more confidence? Would that allow you to spend more time with your kids? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and see what we've done here for you. Here we go. This is fun. I don't want you guys to ever miss a deal. Missing one deal. What if I missed that $156,000 deal? All of the great things that happened because of that would have never happened. If Dave missed his deal where he made $30,000 or $40,000, he wouldn't have had that picture with his son, and who knows? You guys can't miss deals. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at your hand right now. We're going to have some fun here. All right? Take your hand out. While you take your hand out, actually stretch your back too. Oh, man. Stretch your back out. Ball up your hand into a fist. Now look at your hands, and I want you to stick out your pointer finger. I want it to look a little something like this. Everyone's hands look like this? All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to put the most accurate value in a property using nothing more than that pointer finger. You guys ready? Hear me out on this. Once your Deal Insight system finds you that great deal, you're going to press this button right here in the center of the screen. That's actually the picture of the app that you're going to have access to. I want you to get used to this. So on the count of 3, you're going to press this button. Ready? 1. Hold on, guys. You're actually going to put a fingerprint on your screen. It's important. This won't work if you don't do it. Okay? So ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam! Guys, without doing anything except pressing that button, you're going to get a full valuation report on your property. I'm going to pull it back up in a second. Without talking to anyone or even getting out of your chair, a licensed realtor will go out to the property and provide you with a full report of their findings within 24 to 48 hours. Why is that? Because they use this as a lead source. And this is exactly how the bulk property buyers get real values on hundreds of homes across America in no time. This is the very same source that Goldman Sachs uses. Now you have the same advantages. What we're going to do here, guys, for the data hounds out there, let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to pull that report back up. For the data hounds out there, I want you to know that you're going to be able to know everything there is to know if you're one of those guys. But here are the key things I'm looking for. When I press that button and this report goes up, I know that they went to the house and they got a good picture of it, right? This is a deal we did. It was a high-dollar deal. So they got a recent picture. You can't always trust Google Street View and stuff like that, right? Those things are done a while ago. You can see all the information. You can see HOA fees. This has saved my butt. I almost bought this one condo that was on the water that I thought was going to be cash flowing like $400 or $500 a month. It was an easy little deal, but the HOA was $350 a month. So now you're never going to get that surprise again. I know if you're an experienced real estate investor, you've had that happen to you before. All right, let me erase these drawings here. I'm going to point out some other things. I know the data hounds out there are just loving this. Okay. So scrolling down the page here, you'll see here's all the neighborhood data. And I love this because it shows right here. All right. Total number of active listings, 2, so there's not much competition. Total number of sales, 13 sales. Not bad. REO sales, 0. This is important right here because this is a strong neighborhood. It has no foreclosures in it. That's pretty cool. Now you know that. Look at number of rentals. Here's something else I like. Right, so there's only 8 rentals around. The range of the area, 720 to 1.5 million. All right, let's scroll down the page a little more here because it gets better. All right, neighborhood comments. This is nice. It's good to have this data when you're buying. I'm going to give you a tip in advance. It's even better to have this data when you're selling. Right, suggested price or probable sales price. Right, it's good to know. No one's BSing you here. Some more comments, and guys, you can go through this. These are properties that are listed, and then these are the recent comparables right here, the ones that have sold. Right, so you have listed and sold. All the information, everything you need to know. I mean, you have someone whose license is on the line, so you have all of that. How many of you guys like that? There you go. A real good breakdown of the property. That is huge. Advantages like this have never been available before. That's why I'm like, there's people with those other platforms, they're good platforms, but they just don't have the recent advancements. They didn't build their platform, open source platform. And what's huge here, guys, is this is really evidence that the open source platform is the way to go. Because we could have never developed that app. We could have never developed that app. That was built by an outside web development team. Right? It's just evidence that open source is the way to go. Now, before I move on, I want to know how many of you on the line have a full-time job? How many of you guys on the line have a full-time job? Please put in the webinar box that you have a full-time job and let me know what you do. And if you're planning on quitting when you get your next deal done. Because what's great about this is if you have a full-time job and you're going throughout your day and you're putting out fires at work, your phone beeps, beep, right? Whatever crazy noise you have set up, because your Deal Insight system generated you a lead that could make $50,000, $30,000, $100,000, whatever it might be. There's no way of telling until you get in the game. Instead of missing that deal because you're too busy to move fast, you press this one button and you get home and have a full report of exactly what the property is worth. You flip the deal and have enough profits to quit your job. Remember how I told you guys to pick up your pointer finger? Go and look at that pointer finger again. So after you put that money in your pocket, you put down your pointer finger and you give your boss the other finger. And of course, I'm talking about the thumbs up because you're out, okay? I hear a lot of people say, to go back to one of the common myths slide here, I hear a lot of people say, I don't have time to get into real estate. It's not that you don't have the time. It's you think you're going to have to do everything yourself. You don't possibly have enough time to do this all yourself. You don't possibly have enough time to dominate markets by yourself. You don't. And I can spend months going over how to put a value on a property, but it's just not necessary anymore. I actually had my appraisal license, and that was a complete waste of time. But back in the day, we didn't have stuff like this. All right? So cool. I'm glad a lot of you guys are going to quit your job here. Here's Justin Arlett, and he is 23 years old. Not many 23-year-olds have confidence. But this particular part of the program, he said, it gave me the confidence. Being able to click one button and get a real valuation on a property gave me the confidence to write my first contract. I was also able to sell the deal faster when I showed my buyer the valuation report. Look, $5,000 is how much. That's a perfect little first deal right there. $5,000 feels good too. If you already got a lot of money, it's just fun to go out and blow $5,000 on something. If you're just getting started, you can invest that back in your business and it can take you to all sorts of different heights. How many of you guys are going to frame your first check? I framed my first check. As a matter of fact, I actually have it right next to me still, even years and years later. And it was very symbolic of me having freedom. All right. Congratulations, Justin. Just 23 years old. Sometimes the valuation part might hold the 23-year-old back. Not anymore. I saw you guys ask this in the webinar box, so I'm glad that we're jumping right into it. The fourth step is funding it. Before I go into this, are you guys starting to see how once you have the same advantages as the big buyers, it becomes faster and easier than ever to profit in today's world? Push-button technologies like this didn't exist a short time ago. They just didn't exist because all of these smart people hadn't gotten involved in the real estate game. The COO of PayPal and the COO of LinkedIn, they weren't in the real estate game then. Now they are. We've consolidated all it with the only open source platform. I'm so excited for you guys. Let's talk about funding it. Now, most of you guys are never going to need funding for your deals because inside our training, we teach you how to structure no money down deals in the new real estate era. We also feed you deals directly that have financing attached. So many of you will be getting deals under contract and flipping them or holding on to the ones that already have financing. However, there will be times when you find a deal you really, 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 really want. Let's say your Deal Insight system, you're out and about, you get a little beep, you look at the deal and you're like, oh my gosh, I want that deal. Oh my God, yeah, I want that. I don't want to just quick sell that. I want that deal. But there's a problem. You need funding, and you need it fast. And remember, I don't want you using your own money. You don't have to cash out of your IRA. You don't have to go borrow money from your parents or brothers or other people. You don't have to do that anymore. So what are you going to do? Well, you can go to private lenders, hard money lenders. You can find partners. You can go to the crowd. You can do all this. But people get lost in this. This could take so much time. Oh, I need a private lender. What am I going to do now? How do I get a private lender? Oh, I missed that deal. Oh, I'm not going to miss the next one. I don't want you to miss the first one. Oh, I need a hard money lender. Oh, this guy's will give me money, but he's charging me 12 points and 18%. It's killing me. Oh, partners, I need a partner. How do I structure a partner agreement? Am I giving this guy 50% of the profit? I don't want to give him 50% of the profit. Oh, I can go to the crowd. The crowd would be great, but I don't know anything about crowdfunding yet. And there's some security things that go into that. This is where a lot of people get lost. But let me show you how we're going to fix this for you once and for all. And if your brain's spinning, you might be thinking, I wonder if the Lending Tree guy is helping at all with this. All right. So, guys, I didn't tell you to put that pointer finger away. All you're going to have to do is press this button. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people and companies out there that want to give you money, and we know all of them. The reason that the CEO of Lending Tree got involved is so together we can create a way for you to have money for your investment properties. Do you guys understand the Lending Tree model? Do you guys understand the Lending Tree model? So basically with Lending Tree, you fill out a form, and then lenders basically compete to give you the best deal. So after you submit that form, all the lenders are competing to see the lowest they'll go. The 3 or 4 lowest people get your information, and they're all kind of fighting for your deal. It works great for residential. But unfortunately, their model, their database of lenders is all traditional banks. They're not going to lend on your investment properties. So that's why we've had the CEO of Lending Tree come on and advise to build a Lending Tree for investment properties, to where all the hard money lenders, the private money lenders, anyone that would want to partner with you, and people who have real estate crowdfunding portals compete to lend on your deals. They compete to lend on your deals to get you the best rate. Processes like this never existed before until now. And again, I'm sorry, I'm not going to waste your time teaching you how to find money. It's just no longer necessary. Look at this, guys. No more sending your deals through brokers that raise prices. No more having to spend countless hours of time finding and building relationships with lenders. No more wondering where the money will come from. The money problem is solved. So let's move on. When investors compete, you win. Let's go and take a look at this. This is Steve Turner. He was part of the beta program whenever we first rolled this thing out to test it. He said, hey, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the new funding tab in the VIP section. I had a couple of deals lined up that fell through due to me not getting financing. After submitting my info into the form, I received 4 calls the very next day from companies all wanting to provide me funding. You don't have to miss your first deal to get the next one. You can get the first one, right? You can get your next deal. I want you to picture this. You're at home. Maybe it's, 6:37, right? Whatever time you guys eat dinner. Let's say you're sitting down with your family, or let's say you're sitting down with your friends. You're sitting down with people that you care about, people you want to be present for. You get a little beep on your phone because your Deal Insight system just generated you a deal. You already used the other app to figure out what the property was worth. So you look down and you're like, oh, this is a deal. So you pull out your phone, and before your spouse or any of your friends could even give you that get off your phone look, you press that button, and lenders are competing. You go back to eating your favorite dinner, and when you get home, you have bids in your inbox of people that want to give you money. Trust me, right now, so many people want to park their money in real estate, one way or another, whether they're lending to you or they're buying themselves. The money problem is solved here. Congratulations, you just solved that problem. This is absolutely huge. Okay, guys, the 5th step, flip it. Now, this is for people who want a lot of cash, like really fast, in the next 2 weeks. For years and years, I taught everyone how to build a buyer's list and feed that buyer's list the properties that you find. Well, just like finding lenders, pulling market data, evaluating properties, and connecting with asset managers, building a buyer's list and the other frustrating tasks are just no longer mission critical. Should you learn how to do them? Yeah, sure. If you want to. Do you have to? No, you don't. Right? Let's go ahead and go into it. So, first things first, fast deal flipping. I got to give you some tips. Here are some really important tips for fast deal. I'm going to tell you something in just a second that's going to blow you away, but there's certain things you have to kind of have set up first. Okay? So these are tips that whether you're going to be using our platform or not, you're definitely going to want to write down. Okay? So here's some tips to ensure you can sell your deals fast. First things first, always offer your buyers financing. What was one of the common myths? of real estate investing is I don't have funding. Well, you know that that's not a reality anymore because of what I just showed you, but your buyers are still going to think that that's the truth. There's a lot of people that want to get into real estate, that want to buy your deals, that think they can't get the money. So you have to offer your buyers financing. Whether you're going to resell the deals that have seller financing, which we show you how to do in our training, or if you just want to attach financing to your deal using the Fast Funding app, you can do that. You can absolutely do that, and you should do that. All right? You should always have a comprehensive valuation report when you're selling a property. Don't just say, hey, here's a link to Zillow. Right? Take a look there. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But you should have a comprehensive valuation report. So for the data hounds out there, people who want to get really analytical, you solve all their issues up front, right? Without causing too much brain damage. You also want to make sure that viewers can make a verbal offer. And I didn't have time to show you this. There's like 1,000 things I didn't have time to show you. But in your Deal Insight system, when you upload your property, people can actually make verbal offers. So you get the ball rolling. What we're doing here is we're eliminating any roadblocks to getting that deal bought from you. So you have the financing attached, you have a comprehensive valuation report, and they can make a verbal offer. You can get the ball rolling. So as long as you can do those things, and once you have our platform, that's all done for you, then you can move into the next step. Fast deal flipping how-to. Now that you're actually ready to sell, let's get into the how-to. Now you can do this yourself, right? Or we can do it for you. You can do this yourself, or we can do it for you. We can do it for you. We are the world's largest network of investors, and included in that network are many of the big funds and institutional buyers. These buyers are eagerly waiting for you to send them one deal, a dozen deals, 100 deals. There's no limit to the amount of deals that you can quick flip. Remember, the only thing slowing these funds down is the fact that they can't find enough deals to buy. That's where you come in. Now, I'm sorry. I do have to apologize. This is one app that we couldn't make push button. This is one app you have to use more than one finger. It actually takes all 10 of your fingers. However, you won't have to use any of your toes. I promise. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to use all 10 of your fingers to upload your deal. You got to upload a deal, and you have all the stats on your valuation report, so it's easy. And guys, listen, even if you're not the owner of the deal, look what we've done. This is part of the app right here. If you look here, it says your role. See down right here? It says contract holder. You see that right there? Contract holder, property locator, agent, broker, partner. We have a lot of asset managers that use this. Banks upload all of their inventory and it syndicates out to all the buyers. You get the same advantages as the big boys. That's what we're doing here. So after you upload your deal using all 10 of your fingers, you sit back and relax. Go out, go hang out with friends, do what you love doing. You are going to want to make sure that you charge your phone. Charge your phone. And you're going to want to check your inbox. And before I show you the result, I just want you to understand that before this technology existed, you couldn't send your deals to hedge funds or all of the millionaires getting into real estate. Why would they talk to you? You wouldn't have access to all these millionaires looking to park cash. But we do. And now we do that all for you. And when the offers come in, they're all organized and deposited directly into your inbox and into your app. So on the fly, you can pull out your phone and say, sweet, I got an offer. And that's how checks start getting deposited directly into your bank account. Full disclosure, guys, we don't do this for free. The Wall Street buyers and the big hedge funds need properties so bad, they actually partner with us and pay us to bring them your deals. So we have a vested interest to get your deals sold. More on that in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the results here. I uploaded my property and it's sold. It's sold. That feels good. Feels real good when it's sold. This is Gray Vic out of Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. He says, I've been a part of your platform for years and sold property after property through the platform. The new platform makes it easier than ever. I uploaded the deal, and in 48 hours, a rep from a hedge fund came to my property and made an offer. You guys know these hedge funds have reps in almost every city? This rep came out to the property. Let's take a look at the result here. Zoom in. $14,325.30. And I asked Gray if he'd send me a picture. Gray's actually a professional surfer, and he travels around the world just surfing in competitions. Sounds great, right? And you know what that $17,000 means to Gray? It means complete independence. It means he doesn't have to deal with the lenders, with the brokers, with the investors. It's complete independence. He can travel around and compete in surf competitions in Nicaragua, and as long as he walks over to a little cafe, plugs into the internet, pulls out his iPhone, he can do a deal. That's what we're talking about here. Real estate has needed this for a long time. Stocks have always been like this, right? Why not real estate? It's because there's so many inefficiencies in the real estate market, and people used to profit off those inefficiencies. But technology is streamlining this, with all these smart people getting involved. All right, the final step, and this is really the best part. Cash checks and celebrate. Real estate is really a catalyst for everything you want in life. Maybe you didn't start in a dumpster like I did, but if you're on this call, I know you're excited about getting to your next level. So when you say to yourself, I want to get to the next level, what does that mean to you? Put it in the webinar box. I'm going to take another sip of my water here. Go ahead and put it in the webinar box. What does getting to the next level mean to you? It's really important. I've given you guys a lot. I'd love to see what that means to you before I move on. All right, thank you guys so much. For me, getting to the next level means I can say yes more. It means I can say yes more to the things I want to do. When you get to cash these checks, you get to do what you want. You get to travel. You get to take care of yourself. You get to spend time with loved ones, invest in your business, and invest in your education. When I had the opportunity for my dad and I to fix up a 65 Chevy Super Sport, I was able to say yes. Because of what I showed you, I had the freedom to spend countless hours fiddling in a greasy garage with my dad while building my future at the same time. Right? I didn't have to compromise and say, do I want to fix up this garage or do I want to work? Right? I was kind of doing both. And as my dad gets older, the time with him becomes absolutely priceless. My dad's one of my best friends. You can't get that back. Right? It's huge. The 65 Chevy, I did one deal and I bought the car. Do a deal and buy a car. Do a deal and travel to your favorite place. This is huge. When I had the opportunity to go backpacking through Thailand for a month, I was able to say yes. I'm actually sitting on top of mountains right here watching. Look at this. This is like the clouds kind of rolling in. I was able to say yes to that and travel with my wife and backpack and have that experience because of real estate, because of the system I just showed you. So do a deal and say yes to travel to somewhere you've always wanted to be, with someone you've always wanted to travel with. This is actually me transitioning from the bike to the run portion of an Ironman. I do Ironman triathlons. I have to ask you a question. Do you want to say yes? Say yes to yourself, right? What about your personal goals, your health and fitness? Do you have time to take care of your physical and mental health? Imagine having a personal trainer, healthy food prepared for you, a more active lifestyle. Maybe you wanted to get into yoga or CrossFit or join a gym and you keep telling yourself you don't have the time. Again, it's not about the money. Real estate gives you the freedom to say yes to yourself. And I just showed you how to save a lot of time. So do a deal and hire a personal trainer and a chef for a few years. That's it. That's it. What do you want to say yes to? And my business is so automated. I had an extra 30 hours a week to train for an Ironman triathlon. That was something that was on my bucket list. What's on your bucket list? I want you to know that when you take action, you can get there and you can cross something off your bucket list. And here's something huge, guys. And this is coming from personal experience and the reason that I'm so passionate about what I'm showing you here. Does anyone on the line have guilt because you can't spend time with the people you love? When you're working, do you feel guilty that you're not with your family? And when you're with your family, do you feel guilty you're not working? That really struck a chord with me the first time I heard it. And the mobile aspect of this system allows you to do both, so you don't have to choose. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to choose. You have full mobility, full confidence, right? And being able to do this business, using the system that I've shared with you, gave me the best experience of my life, and I want to share this with you. Here's a picture of my wife and I on our 2-month honeymoon. And let me tell you what this means. When I married my wife, I was able to do something that was the most precious thing in my life so far. I took her on a 2-month-long honeymoon. We were completely disconnected. No electronics, no iPad. I focused on her. And I want to tell you, in my life, it was the absolute most precious time. And that's what I want you to think about, folks. It's one thing to get excited about a software. It's one thing to get excited about a program. You guys know you need this. But really, what I want you to get excited about is your life and the means to get there. And that's what I'm here to give you. And all that aside, it's about doing the things that make you happy every day. The small things. Maybe you're not fixing up cars or traveling around the world or doing Ironmans or going on 2-month honeymoons. It's really about the small things. And this right here is my dog, Chili. She loves the water, you can tell. And being able to do this business, when I'm on my computer, my dog comes over and nudges my arm. She'll like jump on my lap as I'm working. She has her leash in her mouth. I'm able to say yes to the small, important moments in life and take her for a walk on the beach. So I'm able to still move forward in my business, even while I'm there throwing the ball in the water. And that's what we're here to talk about. That's what we're here to get you to. All right, it's really important. Here's Steve Dutton. This is actually the gentleman I mentioned earlier who does the house and lot. He's the one that finds the hidden equity that you're going to have access to. He said, finding deals was my biggest challenge. Was my biggest challenge. I sat down with Steve in a mastermind setting to where it was me, him, and a bunch of other really successful real estate investors. And we looked over his portfolio, and he was doing all of these slim deals. Man, they were slim. Scary deals. He was buying them, fixing them, hardly able to get out. He was working his butt off for 15 grand. 15 grand's a lot of money, but he was working way too hard for it. And we realized he was buying deals that just didn't have enough profit because he was going to the MLS and he was bidding on REO properties. And he was fighting against other people. So here it is. For a long time, I was fighting hard to find half-decent deals on the MLS. Once I started to leverage the network and apps inside, CI profits went up and frustrations went down. I bought this deal off a CI member and fixed and flipped it. Let's see how much he made. 42 grand. That's a good day. I'm trying to locate the investor that he bought it from because the person he bought it from made money too. That's how the network aspect of what we're giving you access to is going to work. That's huge. Here's our COO, Chief Operating Officer. This is huge. So the people that run CI do deals too. You guys have all seen those old commercials for Hair Club for Men, right? I'm not just an owner, I'm a member. Right? We're the same way here, guys. We're real estate investors. And it says, the people that I've met through CI have impacted my life. This is a deal a member brought me, which I fixed and flipped and made over $31,000. I'll do these deals all day long. $31,000. He does these deals while running our huge company at the same time. So there's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. Here's where the rubber hits the road. I have a question for you, and I need you to pay very close attention because this is the most important part of the entire presentation. What's your next move? And I have to ask, are you happy with last year's results? If you're not, we're going to make them better. If you are, we're going to make them better. So what's your next move? Now that you know the old methods being taught simply don't work in this new economy, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stick your head in the sand? Are you going to go into denial? Pretend you didn't see this? Pretend it's still 2004 and nothing has changed? For your sake, I hope not. And frankly, if you're still watching this, I don't believe for a moment that you're the type of person to respond like that. The fact is, the message, not to mention the length of this presentation, was designed intentionally to scare off the weak and cowardly, not to mention the do-bitter, nothings, know-it-alls, right? So because you're still watching, I want to make you a very frank, transparent proposal. To put it bluntly, I think I can help you. Actually, I know I can help you. Specifically, I'm going to help you implement the same 5 steps I just showed you that we're doing in our business to ensure you're on the winning side of things. It's finally here. Real Estate Riches Today. You'll notice this is not like any other course or system out there you've ever seen because it's a new era. Technology, Wall Street, and the crowd have transformed real estate into something new, something exciting, something you can now profit off of with way less effort than in the past. The Real Estate Riches program is powered by the world's largest network of real estate investors. It's game-changing and app-driven. It's the only real estate platform in the world that allows outside developers to build new apps. This ensures your new system constantly evolves and you always have the latest innovation at your fingertips. And I want to reiterate here, guys, do you have to learn everything? No, it's all in the software. You saw how it starts to feed you things as you need them. But for you data hounds out there, it's all there for you. Picture this. You have a steady stream of deals you can flip for quick cash. You have all the money you need. Your network is growing and you have access to the right people. And you're making decisions based off analytics, not your gut. Decisions from your website. Like, what should my website look like? Don't guess. Know. What is this property worth? Don't guess. Know. Now you can do that. Okay, this is big news. The bottom line, you can leverage this amazing time in history and retire. You can now work smarter by using new advantages never before available. You can take yourself out of the equation as much as possible, and you can generate cash no matter what. This is a really exciting time to be in real estate. And because of all the flexibility we're giving you, you can have others doing most of the work for you. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. No more outdated, boring, incorrect information and systems. No more wondering what your next move is. No more struggling to find the right or any deals. No more feeling alone in this business. No more worrying about where the money is coming from. No more getting stuck with properties that won't sell. No more wallowing in doubt, fear, and self-pity. It's all solved here. Here's what I've done to make this as easy and as clear as possible for you. I want to break this down into the know-how, into the systems, the people, and the advantages. As the real estate industry continues to speed up and evolve, old tactics become obsolete and new opportunities arise. That's why it becomes mission critical you have access to the latest know-how, the best systems, the right people, and the same advantages as the big boys. So we've brought it all to you, and you're going to get access to all of them. And the best part is everything is broken down into cookie-cutter steps and is laser focused on two things: putting cash in your pocket now and building long-term wealth. All right, first things first, the know-how. We've got to get you up to speed on what's happening right now so you can start making money as fast as possible. You can see clearly that we've invested millions to take an innovative approach to ensure that you can find, fund, and flip deals. So the last thing we would do is give you an unengaging educational experience. You see, the education aspect of real estate riches today is unlike anything else you've ever seen. And it's been designed in such a way that almost programs your brain to guarantee success. Let me explain. We're going to show you something that has never been done before. This is not your average and boring training videos with a bunch of people giving you lectures or showing you a PowerPoint presentation. Talk about boring. After consolidating nearly a decade of research, we wanted to eliminate the biggest problem people face when they have to learn something. And that problem is you don't finish the darn training. How many of you have ever bought a course or a book and not finished it? Put it in the webinar box. Put it in the webinar box. I'm doing a little survey here. I have. I'll tell you one thing. This guy right here, yep, I bought courses and I've not finished them. So don't feel bad if that's you. But this time, it will be different. I promise. You see, it's not your fault. All other training courses fail to deliver because they fail to tap into the correct part of your brain that lets you actually enjoy the process, actually complete the program, absorb the information, and never get distracted, and most importantly, keep you motivated. Countless studies show that people best learn visually rather than just a boring presentation, which is how all other training courses try to teach you. That's why our training chapters that show you how to find the best off-market deals are, wait for it, fully animated. It's a full real estate investing course that's fully animated. This course is entertaining, educational, engaging, and enlightening. Right? No more boring courses. Now, to talk about the visual aspect, people learn best visually with cartoons. This is going to allow you to retain all the information much better with way less effort. I'll say it again, way less effort than anything else that's out there. The detailed out workbooks are included, but you can probably skip taking notes and just sit back and relax and watch from your laptop, your phone, or your iPad at your leisure. So to get completely up to speed with everything you need to know in finding the best off-market properties, scaling out your business, using all the apps, and having others do all the work for you, all you have to do is sit back and watch. Getting a 2-hour course fully animated is not cheap. Animation can cost over $1,000 a minute. That's why no one else has ever done it. So you can quickly do the math and see how much we've invested to ensure you're successful. And you finish what you started. Nobody in the industry has ever shown this level of commitment to your success. Let's take a look at what you're going to learn in the world's first ever animated real estate training. And I know your eyes are absolutely glued to that animation right now. I can't wait for you to have the full course. Because in this course right here, it's the only course, the Real Estate Riches Today Home Study Training is the only course that you can actually bring your spouse into. You can bring your friends into. If you have kids, they're going to sit there and watch this for you because it's fun. And what you're going to learn and what they're going to learn is you're going to go through the 9-module step-by-step training, complete with the flow charts, the MP3s, the videos, and the traditional workbooks. So for all of you analytical data hounds out there, it has all that. For anyone who just wants the information fast in a fun way, it has all that. There's proven tactics to beat the big boys to the best off-market deals, and we're going to train you how to have others run your entire business for you. The value of this course is over $1,997. Stand by this statement. That is low with the amount of money that we've invested in this amazing training, but we're going to make sure you have it. Now, this is something I've never done before, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to give you every single thing you need to succeed. And a big part of my success was partnering. So I'm going to give you a full second course, the Partnering for Profits Software and Home Study. This is a step-by-step guide to multiplying your wealth by partnering with millionaires. You'll learn how to easily find these partners and use the software that we give you to determine what everyone gets in the deal. We've sold thousands of these courses for $797, and you're going to get it for free during this very special webinar. In addition, I know you're going to need it, so we're going to give it to you, the Daily Ask a Pro app. If you simply choose to let me, my team, and my elite network help you, you're going to be perfectly positioned to profit. You will never again have unanswered questions or feel that you're going about this real estate journey alone. You're going to be investing with power and certainty with thousands of other active real estate investors supporting you. The brightest investors in the country are plugged into this app and help guide you to the answers and resources you need. The value of this is $97 a month, which is over $1,000 a year. We're also going to make sure that you have first-class support. Here's the reality, folks. No matter how comprehensive any training course is, there's always going to be situations that are unique to just you. We've been in the business for nearly a decade now and understand that the little things are just as important as the big things. This is where our first-class support comes in. This is a USA-based team with live chat, email, phone support, proactive guidance. This is like your secret to success. The real-world value here is $297 a year. In addition, we're going to make sure we give you instant implementation. This is hands-on technology training. Yes, you can use your pointer finger to do almost everything we showed you, but some people want a little guidance, so we have it for you. We'll give you system shortcuts. We'll get your new system producing fast so you can get deals done faster. We also do weekly live done-for-you sessions. The value of this is $297 a year. All right, the second part of this offer revolves around the systems. SYSTEM stands for Save Yourself Stress, Time, Energy, and Money. And I believe that you would agree that we've shown you exactly how to do that in all aspects of your real estate business. So let's break down what you're getting. You're going to get the Deal Insight property buying and selling system. This is absolutely revolutionary. And the value of this is $1,788 a year. You're going to be up and running with your SaaS-like enterprise real estate software in moments. You can actually set up everything from your phone. And we really pride ourselves on ease of use and the power of this platform. This is really our flagship app. And we're so excited for you to turn on this property finding and flipping machine here shortly. Now, you guys saw those videos, how you can easily just select a video and it shows right up on your website. We're going to make sure you have all of the videos you need, so all of your marketing efforts lead to more results for you. And the value of these videos is over $900. I saw in the webinar box you guys loved how easy it was to add these videos, so you're going to have them directly after this call. In addition, to make sure you're everywhere and you can generate leads across every platform, you're also going to get Facebook Flow. This is your Deal Insight on Facebook. You can generate leads directly from Facebook. We have easy 3-click implementation, and you can turn your friends into lead locators for you. So now while you're on Facebook, you can be making money instead of just liking pictures of your friends, kids, and cats, right? You just can't ignore social media anymore. The value of this is $297 a year. You're also going to get CII. This is one of the apps I didn't have time to show you here, but this allows you to turn browsers into buyers. And what I want to point out here is when people visit your properties, you can see who's looking at your properties, even if they don't fill out a form. So this allows you to turn property browsers into property buyers and will really help you sell your properties very, very quickly. The value of this is $197 per year. All right, the third part of our offer revolves around the people. And real estate is a relationship business. My relationships is what pulled me out of the dumpster. And every program I've seen kind of ignores this fact. Not us. We're the world's largest network of real estate investors, and everything I have in life can be tied back to my relationships. So with the Real Estate Riches today, you get instant access to the people you need. This ensures you're no longer alone in your journey to real estate riches. You're going to have local and national support. First things first, you guys are going to get the revolutionary CI Analyze. Remember, this is developed by the same team that built Goldman Sachs's property valuation system. Full reports, professionals visit the property. No more guessing. No more guessing. No more inaccurate electronic appraisals. And there's huge value here. You'll probably use this thing 100 times this year. Right? This is huge. You're also going to get the ability to create investment groups. We talked a little bit about crowdfunding. It all comes with building a syndicate. So now you can have your own mini connected investors. You can collaborate on deals. You can run public or private investment groups. This is a new billion-dollar industry. And this grouping software app, we valued at $149 a year. Now I'm going to give this to you because I know you need it. You need to move to your next level. We fully understand how hard it is to connect with successful investors in a meaningful way on the big social media platforms. And we also understand how important it is. So we've brought them all to you. We've brought them all to you. Within Connected Investors, we have a network within a network consisting of verified millionaires and decamillionaires, people of a net worth of 10 million plus. We've verified their wealth and created the most exclusive network of real estate action takers in the world. Now you can connect directly with these verified investors. This is how I do all my big deals. And now you're going to be able to do it too. This allows spam-free networking, meaningful connections. You don't have to know 10,000 people on Facebook. You can know 10 people inside here, and it would be worth the world to you. I put a value on this of $1 million per connection because we verified everyone's net worth, and they're worth $1 million plus. So that's the value on this, and it's going to be yours. The CI Advanced Search. Now what this is really about is filling in the missing pieces to any of the real estate puzzles you're working on. You're going to be able to find investors, buyers, lenders based off location, what they invest in, what they want, and even their wealth. You're going to receive full access to this search to ensure you can close any deal worth doing. The real world value of this is absolutely priceless. Now this right here is really why we're here. Not to sell a platform, but we need to feed your commercial, residential, and land deals to hedge funds, foreign investors, qualified buyers. So we showcase your properties within our internal network. This is like free traffic. It's instant access to buyers. You're going to gain access to these institutions. It's your deal syndicated. And what it really does is it brings the billion-dollar Wall Street industry directly into the palm of your hand. This is absolutely priceless. Let's go ahead and recap everything you're going to get. You're going to get the know-how, the animated home study, the partnering for profits. It's a full extra course, the daily Ask a Pro. This way you never get stuck. Instant implementation so we can get you up and running fast. Yeah, you'll use your finger for most things, but if you need help, we're there for you. First-class support. You're going to get the people, the ability to have investment groups, CI Analyze. This way you know what a property is worth by pushing a button. Next level access, so you can work with those higher level investors. Direct connect, so you can find the exact right person at the exact right time. And done for you wholesaling. This is massive. In addition, the systems. You're going to get the revolutionary Deal Insight system. It's going to be the foundation of your whole real estate business. You're going to get Facebook Flow. This way your Deal Insight shows up on Facebook. You're going to get all of the marketing videos that you can add to your website. Remember that? I just selected a video. Now you can get that. You're going to get CII, so you can see everyone who's looking at your property. And the real world value is over $4,588 and $366 per month. But guys, Don't worry, you're not going to pay that, right? You're not going to pay that. However, if all the system did was help you do one deal and you made $40,000 like Steve, $30,000 like Bill, or $17,000 like Gray, would it be worth the $8,900 investment if that's how much I told you it was? If you had the confidence, if you had the lifestyle, would it be worth yeah, it'd be worth the money. If all the system did was allow you to say yes more, this way you don't have to choose between family or work. This way you can take your dog for a walk without stressing. This way you can travel where you want. You can do whatever you want to do. Would it be worth the investment? Yeah, it would be worth it. If all the system did was allow you to quit your job and live the life you know you deserve and prove to everyone that you can do it, would it be worth the $8,900 investment? Absolutely. Absolutely. Although I'm sure you would agree that this system is world class and in a league all of its own, it's not going to be $8,900. When we went to our board of advisors to work through pricing, they wanted to charge no less than $1,997 for the program and $149 a month for the Deal Insight software. Right? And that would be more than fair. I reminded them that the real money is in moving your properties, and we need to get as many of you on board as possible. Although the system is a bargain for $1,997 and $149 a month, we're doing something really special here today. Also, I don't know about you, but anytime I can eliminate a monthly payment, I'm happy. So what we're going to do is we're not going to charge you for Deal Insight. We're going to include it. That saves you $1,788 a year. That's money you can put into other things, right? We can't give it to you free forever, but we can give it to you for free for a year. It costs a lot of money to provide you with the support and updates to the technology and all of our customer support and all that stuff, so we can get you set up for a year, right? And it's not going to be $1,997. You can turn on this world-class real estate investing system for a one-time investment of only $1,497. And remember, there's no monthly payments. The Deal Insight web system that we showed you is 100% free for the next 27 people. The next 27 people get Deal Insight 100% free for a full year. That is a huge savings. It's a savings of $1,788. And guys, there is a payment plan available for the $1,497 as well. So make sure to visit the website on the screen right now so you can be one of the 27. Now I will say this, if you visit that website and you see a big red banner across the top of the screen that says Deal Insight is no longer free, it will be big block red letters across the top. There'll be no way that you'll miss it. Then you missed it, okay? So it's important that you go there right now because I want you to have Deal Insight because you need it. But I can only give a certain number of people this free for a year. So I want one of those people to be you. So visit that website right now. Visit the website right now. I want to make sure that you get access to all of this and Deal Insight. And remember, there are monthly payments available for the $1,497. So yes, this works for commercial and residential real estate. Yes, everything is designed for a desktop and a mobile device. Yes, investors outside of the U.S. can leverage this platform. We have a lot of foreigners that use this to buy deals. Yes, implementation is simple, easy, and quite frankly fun. Yes, you can get funding. More on that in a second. Right? Obviously, we're giving you the funding. So why are we giving you 60% off and Deal Insight for free for the next 27 investors? Again, the reason I talked to my board into giving you guys such an insane discount and giving you Deal Insight free for an entire year, two reasons. Number one, our network of buyers needs as many deals as possible, and we need your help to fill their orders. Number two, our model is completely different than anyone else in the space. We're a venture-backed tech company disrupting the real estate space, and we need as many people as possible on board as possible. Now, the $1,497 is an investment and proves that you're the type of person that I want to surround myself with, the type of person that I want to introduce to the big buyers, the type of people that are going to take action. We're looking for people who are not stuck in the post-recession mindset and are excited about the future. So when you visit the website on the screen, you're going to get full access. Full access. So we talked about the know-how, how it's revolutionary. The systems are the best in the space. The people are the biggest. I mean, look at this, guys. We have the most innovative way to learn through the animation and through actually watching other people do things is a part of the training as well. I didn't have time to get into. That's the most revolutionary. The systems, the open source platform, there's nothing better than it, guys. You're always going to be behind if you don't have this. The people, we have all the people. We have all the lenders, the private money lenders, all the crowdfunding platforms. We have all the hedge funds. We're giving you the best of all three of these. And we're also going to give you the advantages because I want you to have all of the same advantages as the big boys. This way you can really hit the ground running. All right, this is big news, guys. So we're going to take you through this. You're going to get supplier discounts. Right? We've used our muscle and our size to negotiate deals at the big box stores that you're going to have to use, like Lowe's, Office Max, Sherwin-Williams, 37% off. And these are huge. And what's great about these supplier discounts is if you do one rehab, or if you even just remodel your kitchen at your own house, the savings that you'll see more than cover the cost of the course, more than cover the $14.97. So if you're planning on doing this, it's like you're getting all of this for free. That's huge. The real world value is $2,000 per rehab. You're also, because you need this, I'm so excited for you to have it. I cannot wait for you to have this. This is huge. You're going to get fast funding. This is having institutional, private lenders, hard money lenders, crowdfunding platforms compete to fund your deals. This is absolutely huge and why the CEO of a publicly traded company got involved with our company. This is for commercial and residential. Debt or equity. Debt or equity. So you can get money to where you borrow the money and you pay it back just like a loan, or equity means you're bringing on partners. Right? That's really, really nice to have that option. You're never going to miss out on a deal again due to financing. And the way everyone's competing for your deal, it's like the system's negotiating for you. So we have them all negotiate, then you get to see the best people. The real world value, and this is on the low end, you're going to save at least $1,000 per $100,000 you get financed because of the competition element, right? And way more than that. Not to mention the money you're going to make by getting the deal done that you wouldn't have got done in the first place. So this, if you're planning on doing one deal this year and you're going to need money for it, this will cover the entire investment that you're making in this program. That's huge. That's two different ways. That's why the action takers are pretty much getting this thing for free. All right, checks for networking. This is passive income. This is make money while building your network, and checks every month. Ask a question. Is there anyone on this call that is not going to be telling everyone about this system tomorrow? Right? As soon as you get set up, as soon as you make that $1,497 investment, you're going to be whipping out your phone. You're going to be bragging to all the investors. You're going to be like, watch this. Bam, I got money. Watch this. Bam, I got a valuation. Oh, check this out. Look at these deals. You want that? Bam. You're going to be telling everyone about it anyway. That's how we've grown into what we are today. Everyone just tells everyone because it works and it's awesome. That's why Entrepreneur Magazine put me in their magazine as Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year because of what we've done here. So you're going to be telling people about it. So we figured, you know what? We should give people money for telling people. Now, this isn't like a prepaid legal or anything like that. It's just if you tell people and they come in and they purchase a program, you get paid. It's really nice. This is huge. The real world value is $5,000 per year here because that's how much we pay our average networker, right? We call it our networker account. You're just telling people about this platform. So it's really great to where you can pretty much pay for the cost of this course again just by talking about the platform. It's huge. Also, cherry pick calls. Last but not least, when you take action today and purchase the program, you're going to have access to our cherry pick app. This gives you direct access to the asset managers so you can cherry pick their deals. You'll have direct access to them throughout the year, but then once a quarter, we get them on the line, we scroll through all their inventory together to where you can see all of their inventory and say, oh, I want that one, I want that one, oh, I like this one, not that one. And we give you guys access to this before any of the big funds get access. So it's like a front-of-the-line pass to the best deals. And if you're out there busy and you just want deals, this is great. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to use Deal Insight. You can just come to the cherry pick calls and you got your deals. You need the money, you got the money. You need to know what it's worth, you know what it's worth. It's all solved here. This takes you out of the equation. This is absolutely priceless. So, guys, what's awesome about these bonuses is they all lead to you getting Real Estate Riches Today for free, right? You do one loan with us. The money you save covers the cost. You do one rehab. The money you save covers the cost. You cherry pick one deal. The money you make covers the cost. You build your network. You tell a few people about it. They get involved because there's nothing else that even close to competes. You get paid. It's free. It's huge, guys. So let's go over absolutely everything you're getting one more time so you understand what you're going to have instant access to. Now, you should be visiting the URL on the screen. The other site breaks it all down. You might as well see what you got, right? You might as well see what we're giving you, right? All broken down on the page where you're going to purchase. So visit the URL. You're going to get the know-how, the animated home study, the partnering for profits. Again, we didn't touch base too much on partnering throughout this presentation, but it's going to be essential for you to get to your next level after your next level after your next level. Daily Ask a Pro, so you're never stuck. Instant implementation. The people, right? You guys got all that. They're done for you. Wholesaling, the systems. Again, only the next 27 are getting Deal Insight free for the whole year. You're also going to get the advantages, the fix and flip discounts, the fast funding, which is so essential to success and will save you so much time, the Networker app that allows you to make money just by building your network, and the Cherry Pick app. So guys, Real Estate Riches Today, your risk-free investment is only $1,497. No monthly payments for the next 27 people, which saves you $1,788. Visit the website on the screen right now. I'm sure most of those 27 are already scooped up, so you want to take action right now. Once they're scooped up, there'll be a big sign across the top of the screen, so there'll be no mistaking. Right? You can also call the number. Go ahead and call up. I want you guys to get involved with this right now. I'm so excited that the new era is upon us, and now you're ready. Visit the website on the screen or call. There's a payment plan available. Do whatever you have to do not to miss out on this, because if you miss out on this, you're always going to be behind. Again, guys, my name is Ross Hamilton, and I am so excited to be giving you access to this. We have been working on this for over 10 years. We retain an A score with the Better Business Bureau, and we are here to get you to your next level. Remember, our model is totally different. We are a software company, right, who just so happens to be in the real estate niche. We're consolidating what's happening in real estate and disrupting the old, inefficient ways. We removed every single barrier to entry, and now, for the first time, even the small guy can compete with the biggest funds out there. Well, you compete with them, and you also work with them. It's all done here. It's all solved here without all the crazy brain damage.
Hey, Ross, I got to cut in here. I can tell you this. There's nothing like this on the market right now. I mean, I've been investing in real estate for over 20 years now. I know you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars investing in this system, and the great thing about it is it works in today's market. And I've seen a lot of other systems out there, and they don't even compare. And they charge like $500 a month, and all they give you is a basic tool. I mean, you've invested so much of your time, so much of your money in this system. I am truly amazed, Ross.
Yeah, Jeff, and I mean, being able to push one button and get a value on a property, I mean, how much does that help the average investor?
It's truly awesome. And what I really like about it is the off-deal markets. I mean, you know, anybody can log into the MLS and compete against all the other investors against the properties that are out there right now in the market. But with your deals that aren't even on the market that are available to the students, I mean, it is truly amazing. And I mean, I know all the hours and time and hundreds of thousands of dollars you've invested in this system over the last few years. I mean, it's truly mind-boggling. I mean, as soon as this call's over, Ross, I want you to get me set up with this system. Act now. You can go to www.callwithross.com. That's www.callwithross.com, or you can call 1-800-574-9221 and get signed up.
And Jeff, if I can just jump in real quick, I want to let everyone know that the free Deal Insight systems that we're giving, again, if you visit callwithross.com and there's a big red banner across the top of it, it means you missed out on one of the 27 free packages. So if there's not a big red banner across the top, then you can still take advantage of Deal Insight free for an entire year. And I mean, Jeff, you've been a big advocate of this since I've known you for, gosh, almost a decade now, it seems, how important systems are to run your business so you can be out there making deals while you're still getting leads and you're still connecting buyers with sellers, and things are happening while you're out at the beach, while you're working, or while you're sleeping.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, folks, this is truly the future, and the great thing about it is this is very user-friendly. I know that we have a lot of folks online that, like me, can barely check their email, but I can tell you this, Ross has made this so simple and so easy, and he has a great support system that will walk you step by step how to use this revolutionary brand new system that will turbocharge your real estate investing business in 2015 and beyond. So again, folks, don't call my office in a couple of weeks if you want this. All the spots are going to be gone. So again, act now, get the special price, go to www.callwithross.com, or if you have a couple different credit cards you want to put this on, you can call my office at 800-574-9221. Be one of the first 27 people to order, get that special bonus, and we will get you set up immediately. Ross, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on this call here. I know I've been trying to get you on this call now for over 6 months. Thanks again. Really appreciate the information. Again, folks, to sign up, callwithross.com or call 800-574-9221. We have operators standing by. Thank you, Ross. I really appreciate it.
All right, everyone. I'll see you inside the system. Thanks again, Jeff.
All right, thank you.
This is the rebirth of real estate, and we've leveraged that to bring you the most streamlined real estate investing platform ever created.
Every real estate investor is challenged for time. And I remember when I started as a real estate investor, you really don't know what to do first.
You know, the bank stopped lending about the time I got started. So like the needle screeched across the record, the window at the bank closed. I'm like, dude, now what, you know?
Well, as we all know, I mean, real estate kind of went through its heyday there, probably in the early 2000s into the mid-2000s, and then, of course, everybody knows what happened towards the end of the last decade. The big real estate crash came, and a lot of people were affected by that. But what happened when all the liquidity exited the industry, then it's just people that had money were able to come in and do it. And so that created an opportunity to be able to provide a technology platform and provide resources to level the playing field, if you will, to have the average investor be able to come back in and be able to compete against Wall Street.
I see people paying too much for mediocre or worse deals around town. So finding the wholesale or below wholesale deals is probably the biggest challenge.
I was 21 when I had my first deal done, and the fact of the matter is I just hated everything that was available to me. The systems, the website, the marketing, it was horrible. It was dusty, it was outdated, and I mean, by all means, I'm no tech wizard kid, but I like simplicity, efficiency, and technology that works.
That's why you have to use the latest and greatest techniques. You can't just go to the MLS and buy a deal. You have to understand how to find those off-market properties.
It will generate wealth for those who can recognize that and have the courage and the tools to take advantage of it.
This is the rebirth of real estate. Real estate has been rehabbed and redesigned, and we're the ones who are going to give you access to all the latest technology, all the breakthroughs, all the push-button systems that work.
It's impossible to do everything. It's impossible to create every software, every tool. Up to now, all of the real estate technologies and softwares and tools have been independent companies and independent websites that you kind of have to have an entire workforce just to manage it because your data is in so many different points.
We've looked at every real estate investing platform out there, and the problem with those systems is they get outdated the second they launch. That's why we did something revolutionary, and we built this thing from the ground up based off apps. This gives you access to the latest technology at your fingertips, so you can always have that competitive advantage.
We are basically creating the standard. WordPress is a multi-billion-dollar platform, and it's not because they designed the best perfect website possible. They made the user interface as simple as possible so that anybody can make a website, and then they opened that interface up to tens of thousands of developers for them to develop what your website should look like. All of these developers are now open to use that data, leverage it via our API, and literally create a marketplace of the most powerful, competitive real estate tools out there, and something like that has never existed in the space.
Through the technology we build in the platform, we allow you, really with a telephone, to be able to actually conduct your entire business on the go, whether that be looking for properties inside the system, or making connections, or potentially being able to find that funding partner.
Most web traffic nowadays is mobile, and now you can buy properties, sell properties, build your network, learn, do everything you need to do right from your cell phone.
You know, you don't have to go to 20, 30 different websites to manage one property. Literally on your phone, no matter where you are, you can literally just browse properties and make offers and submit deals right then and there.
The first thing you're going to notice is just how easy it is to use. You can jump right on there from your phone or your desktop and instantly have everything you need available to you at your fingertips.
It's the perfect platform through which I can have a network of bird dogs, wholesalers, geographies meaning less and less, numbers are meaning more and more.
And one of the things that we realize in this platform is that we really need to kind of bring in a lot of the heavy hitters, in the industry to really kind of get them on board with what we're doing and to get them excited about the platform. We have these large volume property buyers inside the platform. We've brought that access to money and funding there for you. We brought you the people that want your property, and all we want to do is just make that connection easy for you so you're able to monetize on that.
We've tied game-changing analytics into every aspect of your real estate, from building your network to your properties to your lead flow.
It's no longer having a traffic source and then filtering out the game players. Now you have a platform where you can only socialize and engage with the game players.
It's purely business, and it works beautifully to find me the product and the deals for which I'm looking, and they benefit as well because they can find guys like me whose my volume is increasing, I'm a reputable buyer, and they can send me deals. They know that I'm gonna close on the deals.
We've literally rehabbed real estate, and I want to give you access to it. This platform brings together some of the biggest institutional buyers with you and your properties. It gives you the opportunity to quickly and easily profit in today's fast-moving real estate world. We literally reinvented the entire real estate investing experience.
We actually streamline that process for you when you become a member. Really, in about 15 seconds, you can actually sign up and become a member of the website. So that gives you a leg up right away in making connections. And that connection could be potentially a joint venture partner. That connection could be a funding partner, or that connection could be somebody that could bring you a deal.
One of the first things you're going to realize is just the simplicity of the platform. We've tried to really take a industry that is all over the place and going a million miles an hour and really try to simplify it so that it's really easy to navigate, that the user interface is very simple, and that it's very easy for the investor to incorporate it in their daily business very, very easily.
If the deal is there, the money will too be there. It's that simple. If the numbers work, the money will follow. So a dozen deals, 100 deals, as long as the numbers are comfortable, the discounts are deep enough, and the numbers work for everybody, it will get funded.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there that want to give you money for real estate deals. Money is flooding to real estate faster than it ever has.
The ultimate vision for any real estate investor, myself included, is for the business to almost run itself while I'm goofing off.
We know you're busy. We know you're out flipping properties, or you're working a 9-to-5 job trying to figure out how to flip properties. So we had to reinvent the entire process. We built it for a very passive investor, someone who didn't have a lot of time to invest, someone who wanted to take out their phone, scout a few deals that cannot be found on the MLS, watch deals, buy deals, and transact right through our platform. These are the CEOs of huge publicly traded companies who are coming on board to help reinvent real estate. And we're so excited to share this with you because this is going to make sure that you survive and thrive as a real estate investor in the new era.